A corporate conversation. Shriram Properties is the company that is in focus on the back of their first quarter earnings. So the volume growth came in at around 18% for this quarter, while the sales value grew nearly 50% if you look at it on a year-over-year basis. The management now says that launches are back on track, and they're confident that that it will be in line with their target of around 11 to 12 launches, that is during this financial year, so during FY24. To discuss the earnings and the outlook for the entire year, we're joined by the management. Mr. Gopal Krishnan, Executive Director and Group Chief Financial Officer of the company, joins us now. Mr. Krishnan, thank you for joining us. This is Pavitra. I'll talk about your numbers in just a bit, but first up, on the launch pipeline, you have mentioned that there will be around 11 to 12 launches. But tell us, what is the value of these launches that you expect for the full year, and what part will come in Q2, Q3, Q4?
Yeah, overall, I would focus on the volume from a launch perspective. On the 11, 12 launches put together, we will be launching close to 5.7 million square feet of saleable area during this year.
Okay, and what part do you expect, that will come in the, could you break it up for the quarters for Q3, Q4? What do you expect?
Yeah, we did two launches during Q1, Shriram Esquare and Shriram Hebbal 1, both in Bangalore. We have 3 launches coming up in Q2, 2 in Chennai and 1 in Bangalore. We have 3 launches scheduled for Q3 and 4 launches for Q4. So that's kind of nicely lined up. As you are aware, the auspicious period in the southern part of the country starts mid of this month, which is from yesterday or the end of inauspicious period. So we want to make best out of the next 4 months available before we enter into another month of inauspiciousness. So this is our peak season for launches. Again, the next season comes in the Q4. So we are lined up nicely for each of these pockets, and we are confident with continuing robust sales at launch. That is the quantum of project we sell during the launch period, that remaining robust in the 39-40% levels. We think these launches should help us boost the volume over the next couple of quarters in a material.
Yeah. So hi, I was just going to ask you to help us with that. If you could translate how this launch pipeline will sort of move towards the volumes for this year. So FY24, given this strong pipeline, how much would volumes typically go up by? I mean, some rough range we can work with?
Yeah, we have guided the market on about 20% growth from a 4.02 last year to about 4.8 million square feet of sales volume that we think is a very high confidence number for the current financial year. And majority of them happen in the second half, usually. That's the seasonality of this regional business. But we think we are very confident about delivering sales volume about 4.8 million, which would roughly translate to about 20% growth year on year.
Got it. So 20% volume growth this year. Now let's talk about price growth, because realizations have been moving higher as well, right? I think first quarter, pricing is up about 9%. So what are the market trends telling you? Do you feel that the market is giving the confidence of taking more price hikes? I don't know. I mean, if you've done any more in the second quarter so far, what's the outlook? And if you could just tell us, which of the markets are showing stronger pricing trends?
Overall, markets across 4 markets of India are doing well in terms of demand and the benefit of consolidation. The combination of these two is helping us clock a better pricing. For first quarter alone, we have done about 9% year-on-year increase. A combination of a bit of a portfolio mix issue as well as the generic price increase. Across 4 projects, if I look at a comparable basis, between 2 to 8%, 2 to 9% is the average increase in different projects, which is very encouraging because this is coming on top of another 16% that we have clocked over the last 18 months. So from October 22 onwards, we have now seen 25% improvement in the average realization for the basket as a whole, which is a very strong reflection of the underlying market condition. So we are very encouraged by pricing trends, and we think we will have further upside in the next 3 quarters.
Okay, another one in the next 3 quarters. Sir, could you take us through what's happening with your collections? Because, on a year-over-year basis, we've seen around a 10% drop. I think it's come in at around 290 crores this time. What is happening on that front, and what do you expect all of FY24 will look like? Because I think when we spoke earlier, you said you could do around 1,600 crores. Do you think that's still achievable?
We are very much on the target. I think there was an aberration in the month of April where we lost a bit of time on collections due to external factors like there was a registration momentum slowdown when the government of Karnataka introduced a new registration software called Kaveri 2.0. And that took some glitches and it took some time to stabilize. So we lost a little bit of collections around that time. Overall, sustained collections have been very strong even in Q1. They have come back now. We are back to 120 crore per month. In fact, July, outside the quarter, but July we collected about 147 crore, which is very close to our historical high that we have reached in a monthly collection basis. And this month we should be exceeding 150. So things have come back from the 120 crore band to about 130, 140 crore band on a monthly basis. Therefore, we're very comfortable in staying with our target of 1,600 crores for the full year.
Okay, all right, Ms. Krishnan, we will leave it on that note. Thank you very much for joining in. Good talking to you today. That's Shriram Properties at the end of the first quarter. We will take a very quick break on that note.